Hey folks, I'm David Barrett from ProjectBites.com. I've just actually recorded a whole series of 1-minute videos for TikTok. My daughter's got me posting. David Barrett PM, I think. Listen, what I was doing on those TikToks was reviewing a whole series of tools that have been identified as really critical by a group that I was working with last week, about 32, 33 people, 3-day fundamentals course that I taught. We had a ball. And at the end, I said, okay, after all of this, 3 days together and all the cool things we did, what do you think are the ones that you would make sure that go into your toolbox in the future? The ones that you want available in every project that you might want to use, or at least you would might use, and then scale it up or down. And here's some of the things they said. I put them in this in the TikTok video, but here's your recap for what's in your toolbox. They said, number one, listen, that project charter's got to be there, and I totally agree. That executive summary to your projects, making sure you've got a document that you can hand to people as they join your project team or take over your project. It's a snapshot of exactly what's going on at a high level. It doesn't, not the whole budget, but the 5 or 6 key numbers, the 2, 3, 4, 5 key risks identified, some key milestones in the plan, and then of course the who's who and the zoo. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? That kind of stuff from the scope definition and the requirements documentation. Love it. Team charter, not the project charter. Team charter, I talk a lot about the team charter, and they really actually like this and said, you know what, I would put that in there, depending on the scope of the team and what we're doing and whether we really know each other or not, because the less we know each other, the more important this kind of thing is. Spend some time at the front end getting to know each other, identifying roles and responsibilities, talking about how we're going to communicate. It's only about your team. It's worth taking the half hour to an hour over a pizza lunch to get that foundation built for your project. They love that one. The risk register, of course, making sure you have a full analysis of what could go wrong or right, make or break your project anytime within the life cycle of the project, and what you're going to do about it. Identifying the items, assessing their effect on your the effect on your project, and the amount of control you have on the project. Because you know what? If we don't have any control, it's hard dealing with it. But if we don't have any control, and there's a great likelihood of it happening, then we've actually got to start talking about mitigation. And what are we going to do if it happens, and before it happens, and how can we lessen the effect of this on the project? So they love that tool as well. One person said, listen, I really love the way that you described the front end of your project, the foundation. Do your due diligence, ask all the right questions at the front end so you're prepared for the red flags, or maybe even the whole project's a red flag and you shouldn't be there before you accept or before you get in there. Ask the right questions, do your due diligence. Make sure the requirements are clear as a bell to you. Make sure the scope definition is clear as a bell. And then once you've got those 3 pieces, move on to the people side. Make sure your team is built. Make sure you got the right people in place. Find your sponsor, find your coaches, find your mentors. 3 key people. After that, one other guy said, listen, I love why you say go in hot. And it does make a difference. He said, and I agree. I said, he agreed. Listen, we don't have the power as project managers. They don't give us the authority. They don't give us the big title, but they ask us to swing millions and millions of dollars to get some mission critical project work done. And they don't give us a big title. If you go in fluffy, if you meet this project sponsor, if you go into the board, if you go into the client and you're soft, disorganized, uneducated, out of control, it's not going to work and they're going to freak out. This is a big investment. Typically, our projects are big investments. He said, David, every time you said go in hot, I thought you got to go in strong. First impressions count. Organized, educated. You've asked the right questions. You know what you're doing. You've set the agenda. You're in control. That's what they want. Go in hot. After that, folks, a lot of little other tools, but those were the key ones. I loved it. Thanks for watching. I'm David Barrett from ProjectBites.com. Listen, what's in your toolbox every time you go into a project? It's a good question. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.